the title to it is how does 10x your acquisition skills? And what I look at is starting off with the mindset. I go through what it takes to be great at acquisitions. And one of the things I share on this, Mike, is like, I tell people, I said, look, and I just done this yesterday. In fact, what I did was I put a piece of tape on the floor in my event space that I have in my office. And I said, look, on this side of the tape is average salespeople, average acquisition. Average people are going to make 50, 60,000 a year. I said, if you apply the things that I'm going to teach you, now, if you're, and this might be somebody that's working for someone, so, you know, and I look at it, if you're just an average acquisitions rep and you're just working off commissions only, not including what you would make off the deals if you're actually, you know, own the business, then I said, if you step over that line and you commit to really mastering a sales process, you're talking revenues from going from 50 to 60,000 being a rep to $250,000 a year to 300,000 a year. And it's all based upon understanding really what it takes to be good at acquisition. So I go through that side of things. Then we go through an actual sales process that I designed, and I broke it down into 2 steps. So it's got 2 steps to it. And the reason I've done it in 2 steps on this, Mike, is because what I started watching over the years is so many people get caught up in what I call the rehab rabbit hole. The rehab rabbit hole. So think about this. You get on the call with the seller, and then because you're afraid of things, you go to the easiest discussion there is, and that is the condition of the property. And then you'll get into that discussion, and you might spend 30, 40 minutes on that phone call, and you don't even know if the seller's motivated.
Yep.
Is that true?
You got to find the problem. Definitely.
Right.
I've done that before too. And then you find out you're dealing with someone who is not even interested in selling quickly, and they're going to just go get a real estate agent anyway. You got to find out that motivation and what the problem behind it all is, for sure.
So what we really dialed in my sales process is I go through, my goal is to get my students and my team within 5 to 7 minutes to determine either to exit off the phone or take it to part 2.
Right.
And then what happens on that, you save so much time on that. So then we go through that, then we really get into talking about, you know, the virtual process, which I share everybody on that. And I share, you know, how to maximize your results on appointments. And then we bring it full circle and we get into renegotiating the deals too. Okay. So we talk about, okay, after inspections, you know, and now you're struggling with something. How do you get a seller to come down without offending them?
Right.
Okay. And then the final component of my training is then we take it into what I call deal structuring. So now what we do is we take what I look at as something, what I like to look at as the goal is to become a deal engineer. So to become a deal engineer, you have to understand, one, the psychology and the sales process, and then you start building what I call deal structure. By doing that, become the deal engineer. That way, as you look at things, all these leads coming in, there's multiple ways you can help a seller out. And by doing that, you set yourself apart from like 90-some% of the people out there. And then your conversions go up, you make more money, and ultimately, that's how you're really scaling and building things that way.